All right, team. Let me know if you can hear me good. Okay, also running YouTube. Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, now we're set. So what I'm going to look to trade this morning, coming over here from fast pre-market, we have this morning Tesla, Shop, and ZCMD. Three stocks. Tesla, I'm looking for a short play. I would like to see over here a push into the 202, 203 and fail. Why? Because as I explained before, we have Tesla that often gives us fake out of a key level, so of a pre-market high, and then, or daily level, and then they tend to fail. So 202, 202.50, 203, fake out, trendline break, and I'm looking to short this. Good morning, Zay. Good morning, Zido. Good morning, everybody over here. Okay, so you have the link. This is up. And who else is going to stay with us, short traders? So I see over here some trades. Okay. Okay. So, exactly. So Tesla over here for a short play. By the way, traders, remember, read always the disclaimer. So these lessons are for educational purpose only. We share over here, we broadcast every single Wednesday with Bookmap. The goal over here is to teach you how to use the order flow, which is a very important tool, I would say, a very effective tool in order to give you an edge in the market by reading the order flow, okay? So for questions, reach out over here or in Discord, or you can reach out in email, or you can reach out on YouTube, simply ask questions. Right now, what I'm doing is prepare my plan. So I'm preparing over here a trade on Tesla. I'm preparing over here a trade on Shop. I'm looking to trade long Shop if we have a dip into the J lines or into the VWAP. Remember, Shop this morning is up on earnings, okay? And the last two times that this opened on earnings was simply a dip into the J lines, VWAP, and then it pushed more to the upside. We need to be careful over here at 65, because at 65, for example, we can have a rejection and then a fail. The last one is instead ZCMD, which is a small cap. ZCMD is a stock that we already traded short this morning. You can see over here, once it gave the $2 breakdown, it faded, VWAP, J-line rejection, and now all the way down to 150. What and how we're gonna trade over here ZCMD? Pop 160, 170, trendline break, and we're looking for a short play to add to our position short, okay? So this is what I'm looking. Anybody else looking at these three tickers? Okay, so I see over here. All right. Good morning, Vin. I see over here some old friends. We have 2 minutes to go. Okay, perfect. Let's prepare now our template. So we're gonna keep Tesla at the gate and shop, right? So two stocks that I'm really willing to trade. So we have Tesla. Let me put it over here. One minute to the open. So patience for now on Tesla and Nvidia. Let's see if we're gonna take that level. Okay, open over here. So let's start looking at Tesla. Pop and fail. Well done, Chris. Good morning. Tesla's still there, waiting over here for now. Waiting on Nvidia. I'm not in a rush over here to trade the open. I want to see first direction. So Nvidia pushing a little bit more. Tesla for now giving a fake breakdown of this support, bouncing. Okay, long over here on Tesla, first trade of the day, 201 and 50. Tesla longed. The reason why is high volume and the break over here of this cup pattern. You can see the breakout, the cup. The system also giving this square blue, which is my entry, and that's my first long play of the day. Now risking break even, 201 and 50. Remember, traders, that we can use also over here if you want to practice Bookmap. And you can set over here this to DOM. You can put over here your size. And we got to the main liquidity. So over here, first sell 202 and 80. 202.80, sell 1/3 Tesla. Now risk 201.80. And let's see if this now is going to be a short play, right? And reverse the position. So ready to get the short. Ready to short on Tesla. In the meantime, shop beauty. I'm still not short on Tesla, waiting. So first good trade on Tesla. Remember also, I'm gonna back over here to Tesla. Remember also what we said about shop, VWAP, J-lines, tendency of being a long play. So I like over here, some trader already taking this, so beautiful. Let's go back over here to Tesla. So Tesla getting again to that high of day resistance. If we fail, I will short over here Tesla. Waiting for this bar to confirm the rejection. Remember, we have this area, right? So I'll show you over here how to use also our simulation over here, buy and sell order with Bookmap is a useful tool. So this is a short. There we go. So short Tesla, 202 and 40, 202 and 50, risk 203 and 20. TP is 200, then 198. Okay. So why this trade? Because for now, you can see that it faked out this pre-market high and daily resistance, and we want to see if this is gonna fail. If this is gonna be a break 303 and 20, we're out. And then you simply flatten your position. Out, okay? This is a stop over here. Stop. Let's see if it's gonna push more or is gonna fail again. So we had one win on Tesla for the long side, one short didn't work, so stop there. Now we're waiting. Dipping the pre-market high. By the way, Nvidia, nice J-line curl. Anybody with me on Tesla? So one win, one stop. ZCMD is our short working. Shop is our longest working. So major play. Wait for the play. Just breaking that pre-market high. They're trying to break that pre-market high, but you can see that every single time that they're trying to break this 303, we have sellers jumping in over here on the tape, and they're like moving back down the price below 203. So there's a little bit of like a fight over here. Looks like they want to break it and push it. I like to see this from my traders in the morning. So well done. Nice work on Nvidia. And nice work over here on Nvidia. Again, long and short. ZCMD, beautiful. Okay. Still watching over here on Tesla. They cannot break and hold. Patience. And there we go. This is a short play. So we're shorting around 202 and 30, 202 and 50 Tesla. So setup, fake out 202 and 50, short Tesla, risking 203 and 50. What is the setup over here? FFT. Essentially, it's a fake out of this high liquidity area. We can put 5 minutes, for example. You can see this major resistance from yesterday, right? And this morning, we broke this level. Now we're fading down. So we're looking for this to unwind now. Where's the target? 200, this area down here. So that's the support or buy area. And up here, we're gonna have our risk. Okay, team? That is our play for now. So FFT, okay, FFT. ZCMD working, Tesla working. So we lost 1 hour, now we're making 3 hours. Sell half, so cover half, 200.50 on Tesla. So I'll teach you how to do it with Bookmap over here. You simply reset, you can put simply your shares, 250, and you can buy over here in the bid. So you take that first play over here, okay? And then you can put a stop break even. But the put over here that you can also buy this morning is a 190. I will actually stay with 200. If we break this 200, price can get to 197 and 195. So we're looking for that, okay? So below 200, 197, then 195. Want to check over here ZCMD because we gave a short setup this morning looking for the play. Boom, unwinding more. LUMN, so spike. And then shop was the other play that we set for the long. Let me see over here if anybody took it. Good long play over here. Good long play. Yep, okay. And let's stay with Tesla, okay? Let's see if Tesla can break down. Okay, 199.80. Tesla's working. You can see more sellers. And at this point over here for me is to simply follow lower highs, seeing that sellers are still joining over here and looking for this target. Traders, anybody on Tesla, this is for now a very good trade. So moving my trail at 201, moving trail on Tesla. 199.90. So right now we're playing in the money, okay? So let's look at that support. We have to stay below the 200. ZCMD, by the way, beautiful. And check over here now. This is the important level, 200. Remember, whenever we have a demand breakdown like this, we want to see a pullback. If we have that pullback probably into a VWAP or 90 minute on the 5, I want to add to the position. And I will show you how to recycle over here the share size, okay? You can see that also our system is giving the play over here, FFT, confirmed by Bookmap with the liquidity area, confirmed by the fake out, boom. That ideally is gonna be the target, okay? So you can see FFT, so the system telling you short play. Perché hai visto lui? Lo può fare da lì. Scriviamo adesso. $199.60. Let's stay a little bit more. So rejection of that 200 is something nice because right now we have the confirmation, okay, or at least looks like this confirmation of 200 is pretty ideal for us. We're looking for a possible re-add, so let's look if we can add a re-add over here. We're adding short more, so we add a little bit at this point. So added in 200, risking now in the money. So our new average is 201, so we're risking 200.80, okay? And why we have this add? Because it broke down our demand zone, and now we're rejecting that demand zone. Ho scritto così, vediamo cosa si dicono. Vedete, lo può fare. Want to see more unwind over here? Okay, price over here is bouncing. Careful traders. Always remember that in any second you can have a spike in volume. And how I look for change in direction. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, guys. So if, for example, over here we have this reclaim of this, you can see it's a supply area, right? Micro supply area. Then over here I'm getting out of the position because I know that the price can push near to my break even. I'm still trying to give a little bit of wiggle room because you can see that we are exactly to that key level. If we get out, then at the J lines, we will reshort few minutes later. Out. Okay, so now we're out in the money. And it doesn't really matter if the trade went all the way down or not. What we're looking now is another position for a possible short play at the J lines over here. Okay, so the system is totally over here systematic. What we're looking is for another play short if we can see the market also unwinding. So what I do, I simply check over here ES, I simply check over here NQ, and are they actually unwinding? Actually, no. ES and NQ are actually uptrending. So we have strength in the market. Therefore, a short play is not the best idea in this moment for Tesla. If I have that setup on Tesla, and then I see NQ and ES also fading, then I'll be looking to short Tesla again. Okay? So remember that NQ, ES are just like our guidelines to look for a short trade in this case. This is a very good play. So very well done, Paul. I tend to share this because he actually has been very patient on this trade. And just like we saw before in the small cap land, if you follow our pre-market streaming, where we had the trendline break. Over here, we had the supply area, daily level 202, 203. Trendline break, beautiful fill from the trader. Taking profit, a little bit of recycling, and then out in the money. Perfect way to trade. Now, we can still have the stock unwinding more, but again, what the trader did over here was exactly the perfect way to trade it. Okay, so start looking at NQ, or if you don't have access to the future, start looking at QQQ, so the ETF or SPY, better about the QQQ. And if the QQQ are uptrending, don't look right now for a short on Tesla. Okay, don't look for that short. It can still unwind, but it's just like with a less edge. And I always want that traders have an edge. By the way, traders, if you can, put please a like into our Bookmap streaming. Thank you. This is for me. And exactly like that. So we had 2 trades, 2 wins, and 1 other trade, 1 stop. And 1 good trade on ZCMD, which was the money maker of the day. Now I want to look at the small cap ADTX, which is giving right now a setup 155 short, and is an A+ setup, ADTX short. And I tell you why right now. Anybody of you is familiar with my system that prints the JSlim? Anybody of you? JSlim. Remember we saw this on DRMA, same setup a few days ago. And I remember Cabo taking that exactly perfect trade, right? This is ADTX. So what we have over here is just a setup like Tesla. Daily liquidity trap above that 150 on a fake break of 165 and then simply giving the unwind. Same exact setup. So you will see that if you trade large caps and small caps, there's not too much sometimes that difference. In this case, we have over here a same fake breakout and then unwind. And where's the target when I take these trades? My target is exactly over here at the daily, this blue band. So price, I really can bet it will go back down to 130. Okay, so we have a major liquidity trap. Remember for next time, liquidity trap. Bello, adesso c'era quello. Vediamo qui. And in this case, Tesla is continuing, but it's fine. Let's focus for now on ADTX. We can see over here we have this major trendline break, all right? Backside of the move. Now this is simply looking for a nice fader all the way down. And there we go to the 130. See that, how beautiful that is? When the price gets to the 130, that's the first cover we need to take, all right? This is a nice opportunity for the short sellers. Beautiful. You can see over here also the tape that I put. So on the side, you can see simply the sellers. Look that there's a more presence over here of red. So that means like sellers. Non sbagli la porta perché c'è la carta. Dai che sono chiuso. Me la puoi tagliare? Grazie. $136. It's very nice to look over here, the price action. Just a few seconds, I want to go back at shop. So shop, very beautiful play for the long over here. Tesla unwinding, and we had an extra rejection, so it's gonna go to that 197. ADTX. $137, still needs to fade a little bit more. Anybody else? Traders took over here ADTX. This is playing good. Let's go back on Tesla. Let's go back on Tesla. We had the second rejection over here. James Slim came. $136 in the meantime, ZCMD. Sorry, ADTX, 118 instead, ZCMD. So beautiful unwind. Okay, let's go back to Nvidia. Yes, sorry. So you can see that ES and NQ are still uptrending, while Tesla over here is unwinding. What I like about NQ this morning is the dip that we had over here. So for the futures traders, we had a nice J-line curl. So this is a nice play long. On NQ. That's still unwinding. Nvidia sideways, so no trade. And look over here, ZCMD traders. Look what a major fail from the short play that we had this morning around $2. Now 117. 40% unwind. Let's go back, ADTX. Let's see if we have anything else. We have swim pushing up. So we're gonna put a swim. Very low liquidity for now. Let's put over here ADTX. So I'm waiting over here to see again ADTX, sorry. If we can get a secondary push to 157 and looking to short it again over here. So 155, 157. It's a liquidity area looking to add to short, or if somebody is not short, to reshort on our stuff here.
Yeah.
Almeno so devo fare. Qui. Sto qui. Sto qui. Ok. Perché dopo devo fare doppio clic qui. Arrivo lì e faccio quello. They're rising over here, the volume, you can see, almost 1 million. So give me over here a trend line break. And I'm gonna short again over here, ADTX. Looking if we can have this setup, still grinding. Look at that volume. It's getting a little bit lower. So some kind of volume divergence in the last few bars. So again, over here, we can share how to use the trading part on Bookmap so that you can practice on your by yourself. Still, front side of the move, you can see uptrend line waiting, but staying with a short bias over here. Still grinding, so a little bit of patience. Let's check meanwhile. Tesla, no play. Nvidia over here. Still in that previous trading range and in this pre-market range, so waiting. Yes, and NQ is still grinding up. We had 2 dips into the J line, so that's the only level that you want to trade. You know, you can trade even the the Qs or the SPY. So only long plays over here on NQ. So NQ, yes. Only long plays. This is that as ZCMD, as we said this morning, for a short. This is the shop. We're covering pre-market for a long play. Nice, right? Very, very nice over here. We said has history of dipping to the VWAP in J lines, and that was a nice play. is setting up again. So ADTX, ready to go, setting up again. We're getting to that 155, 160. Come on. We get there, we stuff, we have a J-Slim, boom, we slam it short. Let's see SLRX. Also another J-Slim, love it. Love it. Love it. Look the system over here. Love it. Another J-Slim. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to ADTX. Want to take the short play, as I said. If I see a J-Slim, if I see the trend line break, I'm looking for a short play. Still going, so still waiting over here. So let's see. Sì, lo so, mamma. So what I'm doing over here in the room is not alerting, but exactly telling you what we're looking for. So whenever we have these pumps, right? This is ADTX, a stock that we traded a lot in the past. I'm looking when I have a first high, and then I see a pattern like the system saying J-Slim, which is a stuff, it's a fake out. Or I'm looking for a lower high, right? And I'm looking for the price to stay in the zone and fill the trend line. So exactly, I tell you how to trade it. You see, it's going up, it's fine, leave it. Right now, this is going with more than 20 million volume. It didn't set up where we wanted. Okay, we're looking for $192. So $192. To wait for the level on ADTX. And I'm not in the play now because it didn't set up. So whenever, you know, this room will tell you buy, short, no, there has to be a reason. What is the setup? Can you give me the backtest results of the setup? Okay? Can you tell me how many times the setup works? Then I can really put, you know, the money and I can truly this with conviction. Otherwise, it doesn't really work like that. Okay, team? So what we're doing now is to work together like a team and to look for a setup over here, everybody like a team. This is a high volume, more than 1 million per 1 minute. I stay away from this. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so we have to get this on the backside of the move. Exactly. So you see that on my daily chart, I have the many pump and dumps, like ADTX pushed and then failed over here. Over here, popped and failed. Over here, popped and failed. So we have a stock that lost dump, right? And every single time that the stock goes into the daily J lines here, 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 and it dumps. So I expect to push to 190 to 210 for the short play. Okay, that is actually my plan for today on this. So tip, every time the stock ADTX goes to daily J lines, so our 72 and 89, the Fibonacci expansion number, we have a fail on the last 5 gaps or extensions on ADTX. That gives me an edge. Even if this stock is standing after 10 o'clock above the pre-market high with volume. Even if it has volume, it's fine. I let it extend, I let it exhaust. There will be a point that sooner or later this will come down, right? So it won't go to infinite to $1,000. And it already passed over here 20 million. And in the past, it traded 30 million. It passed 25 million. It passed 20 million again. So we have a stock that already traded this kind of volume. We know ADTX how it is. We know that it loves to pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. Okay? Just not like my dog, he only dumps. And you can see that massive over here, that massive point of control that we have at 150, the daily breakout over here. You see this red line on my bookmap? That's the point of control. All right, team, these are the things that we need to understand when we trade. $180, we have a little bit of stalling over here, but you can see it's still front of the move. I want a trend line break and that rejection, buddy. Okay, so even if over here it comes down and probably, you know, can come to 180, 185 or even $2 and go back to 160, I always find more edge, lower risk, waiting that I have a first trend line break, a lower high, and then on that lower high, smack it hard. Looking at bookmap that I have also stuff. Otherwise, it's still front side. I can still hold the trend line and push back up. So I try to be a little bit more conservative, but of course, for me, it's a less risk, okay? And I love to trade when I have low risk because that means I can simply put my size, right? Exactly. Piano quando chiudi. So I've been looking at these small caps, as I said, from 2016, 17. And before this, I was a newbie. Even I traded a long time, almost 25 years in the market, actually since was 99, 2000. I had to learn this kind of price action, which is very different from, you know, large caps, Italian market. And small caps give totally a different way of manipulation that I don't find anywhere else, especially with all these offerings, pump and dumps, traps. So the most important thing is that market is decided by the institutions, the algos, and not by us. As traders, we can only really have an edge if we have data, if we track the market, if we see which pattern, which setup work, and then trade accordingly. Otherwise, market, it doesn't really give us anything, okay? So remember, in order to become successful, you need to check every single day what pattern the market is giving us. And then if that pattern repeats, you put in your tracking sheet, and now you can say, okay, this pattern is familiar because I tracked it 100 times, and on 100 times, for example, 60 played good. So by tracking, by looking at the history, you can have your edge, okay? I always make this example. When I met my wife, the first time I went out with her, you know, of course, as an Italian, I didn't bring her to McDonald's. So nice Italian restaurant, I was there. I didn't know what she liked, right? I didn't know her tastes. And it's just like when you look at the first time a pattern, you don't know how it will evolve. Then I started like understanding our type, what she likes. And with time, you know, she became familiar to me. So I discover how to, you know, how to act or just like what she likes. And when something becomes confident, familiar, you have then no, I would say, doubts, right? And you are more sure in yourself. The same thing over here in trading. The more you can see that a pattern works, the more you can see that that pattern repeats over time and it's familiar to you, the more that pattern becomes your edge. That's exactly what you have to do in the stock market. So we have 190 daily resistance, and I'm still waiting for the playbook. I'm still not short over here because I need to wait for that trend line break like we're having right now, and then the lower high. So if now I have this setup over here, and then I have something like this, and then pop, over here is where I'm looking to short. Okay, so that is the setup that I'm watching in this moment, or at this moment. Okay, team? So this is my forecast on ADTX. Then we had SLRX. So you can see that over here we have the daily level 250. Remember, whenever I have these levels 250, fake out J Slim, this is a beautiful J Slim short, also low volume. Shop this morning is still continuing. And what is the setup? It's simply written over here. The system tells me on the over. Just look over here. This on the over. Boom. That is my playbook. That is what we forecast this morning. Shop by system. Okay? And then we have Tesla. Tesla, first good long, a stop, then a good short. And then over here, we had the A plus setup. Remember what I said, and I missed this, unfortunately, that is our A plus setup. Okay, so the pullback, remember J lines, VWAP, and what? Demand zone rejection. Okay, this is our A plus setup in shorting, one of the A plus setup in shorting large caps. Okay, for everybody. For everybody. This is one of the best setup that I like to trade when I'm looking at large caps. Price goes over here. The price gives me a trend line break. I have over here this trend line break. I see seller joining in. Price gives me a trend line break. Seller joining in. Boom. That is exactly the same setup that I repeat almost 10 times in a week, because I see almost this setup almost 10 times in a week. Even yesterday, the day before, last week we had it on Wednesday, if I remember good. We had it like on Friday, on Nvidia, Tesla, and so on. So when I see a setup like this, traders, I simply know that I have an edge. Why? Because we broke a support, so we're out of this range over here. And now what it can do is rejecting. So they're showing they have no more power to go buy and push it. Therefore, it fails. If you don't have more buyers, what happens? The stock fails, right? And that is the play. All right, so we have a few minutes over here for our questions. Anybody has questions, please reach out. You can reach over here. You can reach on Discord. You can reach, if you want, on the on email, as you prefer. Also, traders, for who's interested, I remember that we have a trip to the States with Bookmap, is one of our main sponsors. Then there's Cobra, It's a Trade, Trading Sim, Trader Sync. We'll be in New York. It's all sold out. So we have the first day, 3rd of September, also an invitation to the Wall Street, so New York Stock Exchange, where we're going to do the closing bell, and 3 days of live trading course and mentoring. This is in New York. But we have still a few seats left for Denver, so check it out. It's going to be something cool, amazing place, staying all together. Maybe you want to work out with me. We're going to stay and trade together. I'm going to show you a few really good tips that I really want to push that day. Also, I'm going to share all my process. You're going to see me how I trade live using Cobra. And this is going to be really with the best intention to give you everything that I know in 3 days of trading. So Bookmap is with us. So Denver, you're going to be in October over there. This is the link, okay? So you can go on my Twitter and then join over here. Okay, so this morning, just a fast recap, what we did, we checked ZCMD. ZCMD high forecast fader, a pump and dump, one of the stocks that always fails. Then we look at Tesla, the liquidity trap. And then we look at stocks like ADTX, so a first short and then still a push, and we're looking for that backside of the move. So you could see like small cap, large caps, how they move in this market. All right, so thank you again for following us. See you back on next Wednesday. Reach out also if you need any help. And thank you, Bookmap, for holding these webinars. Also, please click a like and give your love. Give us your love. Thank you.
You got higher energy. I think maybe you've just come out of the gym, and I think that energy reflected it. And it pumped everyone else up, and then I think you're starting to see results, even in the chat, as a result. Just looking more through the notes, the market is repetitive, the market is cyclical. I love that as well, but it's an opportunity to do that community thing again. The market is repetitive, you said, the market is cyclical, and then say we can profit together from this. I know that you can do it. It just takes some mentorship, and it's maybe a case of doing that, maybe doing a unique selling point of view. So you just need some close mentorship, and you guys can do it too. It's market cyclical, you just need close mentorship. And then you can say something like, I'm not one of those big chat rooms that just throws you in the room and doesn't give you help. And then that's a good differentiator from you in the other rooms. And also Lisa will send you a screenshot. The girl that was wanting to sign up, messaged Lisa because there was another girl in the room, doesn't realize she's got anything to do with marketing. So she was saying the only reason she was hesitant about joining, because she was sold, is that she trades small caps, and you're talking a bit about large caps, which I think you should because you teach both, but I think you need to make it clear we'll focus equally. I'd guess I would say more trades small times, and there might not be a trade for 2 days, so the large caps can tie over with small gains in between getting the